Mike Jones.
Big Mike, Danny D'Angelo. I'm calling on a commercial space in Houston. Airline Drive. I was given your number by Lisa Merrick. This is a former, well, actually current laundromat, if that's on your radar at all.
Yeah, Green Ridge Shopping Center.
You got it. So, Mike, I've been doing laundromats for about 15 years, and it's nice that this place is closed, and my MO is fairly simple. We are looking for existing infrastructure that's in place. You have a failed tenant here. We'd like to sign a long-term lease. We do 15-year minimums and then retool, put some new equipment in. The infrastructure's there. It should be good, three-phase electric. And if you're not crazy, I'm not crazy.
All the sewer impact fees have been paid.
You are a genius, Mike. You got it. Absolutely. The problem is your previous tenant was a bit of a knucklehead, usually doctors or lawyers or intelligent business people that think that this is an easy thing to do, and then they find out they can't pay the bills. So if we can talk terms, we'll be willing to spend a couple $100K on that new equipment. And I retool every 7 years typically. I know what it takes. What's the scandal? What do you need to get? What's your ask?
Well, okay, and I guess there's we also were looking at buying that equipment and leaving it in there as an incentive. It's older equipment, but it's good, solid commercial equipment.
Mike, it's not.
That's
why your previous tenant failed. So I'm not an expert in all things, but I know laundromats. You own the shopping center. You meaning Silvestri owns the shopping center?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. You're looking to purchase the equipment from the distributor?
From the lien holder.
Right, the distributor / manufacturer of the equipment, the lien holder. Okay. Your previous tenant is gone. Couldn't figure out how to make a go of this place.
Right.
They're in the wind. You went through the process. You evicted them. Now you're looking to get into the laundromat brokering business. That's great. I get it. And I don't have a magic, crystal ball. But I have to warn you. You buy the equipment for pennies on the dollar and then resell the store, right? Is that what you're looking to do?
That was option A.
Okay.
Option
but I'm
B
just saying,
is
so let me finish. So you
let the lender, let the lien holder
a,
take the equipment out and do a lease with somebody who just wants to put on brand new equipment and had no use for that. So there's two ways to look at it. So
well, there's about 15 ways to skin a cat. And let me tell you what I'm intrigued by. I like to make my own deals. I'd like to have Silvestri Investments and Mike Tones handle one thing that you're good at, discussing a long-term lease. Whether or not I keep the equipment there and I spend penny on the dollars on what's there, what's good, what's bad, what's indifferent, that should be up to me. And again, let me go back to what I was trying to warn you of. If you, Silvestri, make that deal, you're going to be stuck with a tenant who likely doesn't know what they're doing. And I get it. There's a lot of ways to make money. And I'd rather see you as a management company and a good long-term landlord than someone who's trying to sell that. For me, I'm out of the deal if that's the deal. I'd rather make my own deal. And when I do, it's simple. I go to the lender and say, take your shit out. I don't want it. That's how you get the best price.
We have that yeah. I think they're asking. We just told them that, we'd work together with them. But we're not committed to doing that. I think we all have to make a decision here.
Sure.
In the next couple of weeks.
Well, let's run it up the flagpole and see what's what. I can send you an email. Here's what I need to know from you, Mike. Danny wants to understand what your rate of rent on a 15-year term is, and obviously the best plausible rate for a laundromat. I see that you've got a Craigslist ad out there that's asking $18, dipping your toe in the water. I can't pay that. It's a laundromat, and you've got another choice. Vanilla the space. Tell them to take their equipment out and have a nice day and put an optometrist in there. I wouldn't blame you for doing that. All boats rise with the tide. I'd end up making more in my other stores. What's the best email address for you? M, like in Mike, Tones, that's T like in Tom,
Got
it. Mike, I'm Danny D'Angelo, and my partner is Michelle. I'm going to fire you off. I'm not sending an LOI or anything extravagant.
What are you looking? And just so we know kind of where you're going.
Sure. Your triple nets are $4. I can't change that. There's nothing I can do about it. You got to.
Okay, but what are you looking in? What do you think you're looking for in base rent?
I know exactly. I'm getting there. I can't change your triple nets. They're high for the area.
Well,
high for a laundromat.
Property taxes.
Sure. Nothing I can do about that. I like to be at about $12 all in, but that doesn't always happen. And the difference is, I will have debt service probably on brand new equipment, and I have good relationships.
We would have to subordinate, which we would subordinate to your lender if you needed us to, or your bank.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I have very good relationships with them. I know how to play the game, and like I said, I'm laying my cards on the table. Why am I calling you, Mike? Infrastructure. That's all. If this place was an empty space, I would not be interested. I'm not looking for location. It ain't that. No one drives around with dirty laundry in their trunk looking for a laundromat. It doesn't work that way. Our stores function well, third row behind a tree, because word of mouth gets out. We have internet-driven cameras, 24-hour service, contract attendants in the stores. It's not Walmart, but why wouldn't you run your small business like Walmart? We do. Let me send you an email. When it's time to discuss lease, reach out. And it could be, I'll talk to you every 5 minutes all day long. Just let me know when you find out what they want to do.
Okay. It will probably be next week. I don't know, because I'm getting ready to leave to go to Florida for the rest of the week on business. So I got to, and Mr. Silvestri is
Mike,
out.
Just put me at the top of the list. If I don't hear from, I'll expect nothing's going on. Let me know.
But I will respond to you by at least Monday of next week.
Thank you, my friend.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right, so we got to the right people. What are you excited about? Nothing happened.
Because you just handled it like, I was like, go, Danny. Like, I would have never been able to do that. You didn't even give him what he wanted. He wanted to know your price, and you're just like, I'll get back at you.
Well, I told you we don't make offers. That's negotiating, always.
Wow.
I'm glad you're impressed. But I'm not impressed because nothing really happened. Most newbies call landlords. They're scared shitless, and they ask a bunch of questions. What happened to the previous owner? Why couldn't they make it? And this guy, Mike, is rolling his eyes, saying to himself, what a fucking idiot. He also told us he wants to go in some direction and buy the equipment from the lender and then fuck over another tenant. You hear what I told him? Oh, yeah, great. Go do that to somebody else, not us.
Yes.
I'm glad you hired me. I'm glad the first call went well, but nothing has happened. And then at the end, I'm going to go on vacation to Florida. Yeah, he's got business in Florida. Shut up. Your homework?
Yes.
Keep a close physical eye on this store. If you see a ladder go up, if you see someone put up a banner, if you see the Craigslist ad come down or they change it, you let me know. Otherwise, we wait. I'll CC you in the email to him.
Not a problem. I have one question, Mr.
Yeah,
Kenny.
of course.
Starting this, a lot of people don't know. Like, I don't know anything about this, and I have to look at my lease because I'm like, I don't understand any of this. Are there more people who don't understand it? And I know you've been doing it for a while. Okay, because I'm just like, oh, my God, and I'm flustered because I'm like, I don't know.
You're 35 years old, and the first lease you ever signed was for an apartment somewhere, and you walk into the place, and they show you a beautiful apartment that's fully furnished with 3 bedrooms and a view of the pool.
Yeah.
And then you go into the office, and they hand you a piece of paper, and you end up with a studio with a view of the parking lot. And when you sign the lease, you take it home and you read the whole thing, and all you're really looking for is one thing on the first lease you ever signed in your life. What will they do to me if I don't pay?
Pretty much. At 18, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I promise.
No, I didn't ask. I'm not guessing. and then you sign it, and then you move in 6 months or 6 days. You find out that they won't give you your lease deposit back. That never happens. That's why we don't pay them.
Got it.
You've rented cars, you've rented homes, you've rented apartments. And when it comes to business, you're in this to make money. Don't forget that. But we've signed so many lease documents, we just think, it ain't nothing. Don't forget what happened to this previous operator. They're in the wind. They're gone. They owe money. Why won't that happen to you? Because you're not going to get fooled by anybody, because you've got me.